some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking for space. It's Clark. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab. It's gone. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there, you know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here's a Heaton. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. the gun. They'll give it on the inside. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's Hill. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Thompson. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Auburn going to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete.
I like the slot receiver because it gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Green. Can't get him to the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Now on the move. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect. Protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Dropping back, it's Lindsay. Makes the grab, it's Ferguson. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll go to the ground. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. 3:25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Lindsay. Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give from the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Auburn. The defense putting on the board.
You know, know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed, and he takes it back for a long touchdown.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And now they take the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere,
Yo.
about kickers don't always love leaving it on their
Yo.
foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff.
Go.
I'll keep trotting him out.
What up, brother, man? Who asked you whoop?
Shit, I'm playing lawyer right now. I ain't whooping nobody ass.
Everybody's on the edge of their seat.
Look at that shit, bro.
Through the line.
Who whooping your ass?
Nah, it's 10-6. These niggas teams, I came back to the league so late. These niggas 99 overall teams is wow.
Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job.
This nigga whole defense is traded. Boy, any wrong movements, it's over.
And scored. It is huge, and it provides such a boost.
What?
Nah, Rodney still got to play in OTS, and then RTG don't advance till tomorrow.
No attempt at a return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball
No, no,
down.
no, no.
Unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Damn. Look at him. Look. Like,
You don't got a taste for nothing else besides pizza? Well, after this game, I'm gonna look, though.
Yo, we usually get Mickey some guitars in
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first
good
down.
job. Get some.
Right back to the well. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
And you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era, just guys that towed the rock with some physicality, just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Pressure coming. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're scaring it third.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
It'll be third and long. Run the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking deep. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
And this defense, we know they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay.
Now here
One,
comes that
two.
Auburn offense onto the field again.
One,
Lead here. Last time they settled for the field goal, but they've got to find that balance
me see it here. Let me see it here.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way.
I told you. I told you those parts are small. Yeah. It was fun. Look, it's so fun. Yeah, it's coming out cute.
In the country in points per game because
Yeah,
they've
it's coming
got
out
a
cute.
lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go
You mean
down the
I'll
field.
find
You saw it
bundles?
right there. They recruited well. They've got
You gotta buy
playmakers.
at least a
They're
lot.
going to
Because
be
you
a
putting
powerhouse
what?
defense all year long.
What you putting, like 3 strands of braid, right?
No chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at the 25.
Yeah, you need
This offense.
Yeah, and it's easy. You can just wake up and go.
Come
That's what I
on,
love.
man.
He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
The give to the back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bob. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And on 3rd down, they find a way to get the ball to the back end space and move the chain.
And that's a play the defender would like to have back. They like like to think that they can cover running backs on these types of angle routes, but they're just not good enough on the coverage, and that allowed the offense to convert that third down.
Running back searching for a hole.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Kane. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the ground, it's Hill. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. He's up to 57 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Got him downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The quick out. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield very late in the half. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 8 over Miami. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the catch. It's Goff.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Pocket breaking down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Ferguson. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Razorbacks in the hurry up. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Here's the pressure. and they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. He's now up to 71 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Auburn. And the beatdown has ensued.
Really nice rhythm that time by the play caller because he ran the football on the last play. So this time he decides to go play action just to see if he could get the defense to freeze for a split second. And that's all the target needed. Off the play fake, he's able to work the route, win his one-on-one, makes the catch, and takes it in for a score.
And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. He lets one fly deep. He's got it along the sideline. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Oh, he's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught near the sticks. It's Goff. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Rush is on him. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. And the Razorbacks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Breaks into the open. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it, make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Turning it on. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, if you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Ferguson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. An explosive play to wrap up the third quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before he carried some momentum for his team into the fourth quarter. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. Slams ahead. He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, Dave.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They'll give it to him again. Powers through the defender. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they'll close in on him after after a good return on the interception.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lindsey. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Louisiana Tech. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls it and fires to the left. At the 40, there he goes. Just keeps moving. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Runs through the tackle.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to the ground game on the left. Oh, he's got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! They're now in really good shape to get back into
late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
To the air on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
And after the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, this offense faces 3rd down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. There he goes.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Using his legs, it's Hill. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Hard running there. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He's got it on the run. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.